So far we have learned how to create arrays, index and slice them, use vectorized operations, and work with aggregation and access. In this video we will focus on reshaping arrays, how to reshape, flatten, transpose and add new dimensions. Let's start with reshape. I am in VS Code. First I will import NumPy. Then I will create an array with numbers from 1 to 6. Now let's print the array. You will see it displays the numbers from 1 to 6. Next I will print its shape. It shows 6, which means it's a 1D array containing 6 elements. Now suppose we want to turn this into a matrix with 2 rows and 3 columns. We can use the reshape function for that. After applying reshape 2, 3, let's print the result and look at the new matrix. Now the shape becomes 2, 3. One important point here, the total number of elements must stay the same before and after reshaping. In this case, the array has 6 elements, so any new shape must also contain 6 elements. For example, 3, 2 works because total element post reshape will be 6. And in the same way, 1, 6 works and 6, 1 works. But 2, 4 doesn't work because there will be 8 elements post reshape and we only have 6 elements. Sometimes you don't want to calculate the new shape manually. NumPy lets you use -1 in reshape to automatically figure out one of the dimensions. Here is what happens. You are telling NumPy, I want 3 rows, you figure out how many columns are needed. NumPy looks at the total number of elements and calculates the missing dimension so that the total stays the same. If the array has 6 elements, then 3 rows multiplied by how many columns is equal to 6. So the missing value becomes 2. The final shape becomes 3, 2. You can use -1 only once in a reshape call. Now let's go back to our matrix. Right now it's a 2D array. If we want to convert it back into a 1D array, we can use the flatten function. Now let's print the shape. It became 6. So it's now a single row with 6 elements. Flatten function always creates a new copy of the data. That means it allocates new memory and changes to flat will not affect matrix. Now let's use the Ravel function to do the same. We can print and see the output. It also converted it to a 1D array, but here's the difference. Flatten function always creates a copy and Ravel function returns a view when possible. A view means it doesn't create new memory. It just gives another way to look at the same data. This is important because of memory efficiency. For small arrays, it doesn't matter. But for large datasets in data science or machine learning, avoiding unnecessary copies saves memory and improves performance. Now let's understand what a transpose is and how it works in NumPy. Suppose our matrix looks like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Its shape is 2, 3. That means 2 rows and 3 columns. Now what does transpose actually do? Transpose flips the matrix across its diagonal. But instead of memorizing that definition, let's see it visually. Take the first column, 1, 4, that becomes the first row. Take the second column, 2, 5, that becomes the second row. Take the third column, 3, 6, that becomes the third row. So after transpose, the matrix becomes 1, 4, 2, 5 and 3, 6. Now the shape is 3, 2. Originally 2 rows 3 columns, after transpose 3 rows 2 columns. So what changed? Rows became columns and column became rows. The numbers didn't change, only their positions changed. Now let's see it in code. We can transpose the matrix using this or this. Both give the same result. Now let's print the transpose matrix shape. As expected, its shape is printed as 3, 2. Transpose is not just cosmetic. In linear algebra, matrix multiplication depends on correct orientation. In machine learning, weight matrices often need to be transposed. Features and samples sometimes need flipping, and shape mismatch errors often happen because the transpose is missing. Sometimes you need to add an extra dimension to an array. Let's take a simple example. The shape is 3. So this is a 1D array with 3 elements. Now suppose we want to add a new dimension. If we write this, the shape becomes 1, 3. Now it's treated like one row with 3 columns. If instead we write this, the shape becomes 3, 1. Now it's treated like 3 rows with 1 column. So axis 0 adds a dimension at the top and axis 1 adds a dimension after the first axis. Why is this important? In deep learning, models expect inputs in specific shapes. Most frameworks expect a batch dimension, even if you have only one sample. If that extra dimension is missing, the model will throw a shape error. That's where expand divs becomes useful. Before reshaping, print shape and size, and after reshaping, print shape again. Develop this habit early, it prevents hours of debugging later. You can take this as your practice task. Create numbers from 1 to 12. Do the following. Reshape into 3 by 4. Transpose it, flatten it, and convert it into a column vector. If you can do this comfortably, you understand dimensional control. So today we learned reshape, automatic dimension inference, flatten versus Ravel, transpose and expand divs. Reshaping is not just formatting, it is structure control of data. In the next video, we move into matrix multiplication and linear algebra basics. Thanks for watching. I am Aksa Zafar and on MLTude, I teach data science and machine learning in a simple step-by-step way. Practice a little and I will see you in the next video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to MLTude for more AI and machine learning tutorials.